What's the worst thing you ever did as horny teenager? I thought I was home alone. My parents walked in on me and a vacuum cleaner getting acquainted. My dad couldn't stop laughing. My mom was horrified. Later on, it was the most uncomfortable dinner ever. My dad just sat there snickering in between bites of meatloaf, while the only thing my mom said to me the whole time was, "Adam, eat." Soon after that, I got the talk from my father. Edit, this got lost. So I'm moving it here for those asking. It created this airtight seal around my big dick. But if I lifted the hose just slightly, it let enough air get through that it created a significant amount of vibration, which felt pretty amazing if I remember it correctly. Yes, I did finish in it. It was actually my second go round within a half hour or so when they caught me. A dent ended up forming in the top of it because it overheated thanks to lack of airflow. Later, my dad basically told me to stop sexing the appliances and to keep my distance from the wet and dry vac. Edit 2. Thank you so much for the silver and gold awards. You guys are too kind. Orgasm 10 times with an electric toothbrush in a day. 9/10 dentist recommend. Around 16 years old, 16 years ago, before handheld screens were a thing, I got drunk alone at my parents' and printed off almost 50 pages of clothes soup vages and plastered them all over the bathroom wall with thumbtacks. After an awesome 360-degree wank session, I went to my room and passed out drunk before I could dispose of the evidence. My sister walked into the vag room before I got rid of it. She still jokingly brings that up over a decade later, as if that was embarrassing enough. Soon after, my father used the computer for work reasons and had to use the printer. There was one gigantic vaginal left in the printer queue. Edit, thanks for the silver and gold. Not entirely sure I'm proud of it, but super thankful either way. My parents like traveling even though we don't have much money. We finally went to Washington DC, so we wanted to spend loads of time. I got super horny and I nutted in the Lincoln Memorial bathroom. That's exactly what the founding fathers created America for. Not me, but a friend of mine swims up to me and another buddy at swim practice. "Hey guys, have you ever whacked it and your gonads hurt after?" "Nah man. You might wanna get that looked at." "Yeah. I didn't think beating it that many times before practice would hurt." "Up. How many times?" "Oh, IDK. Like 20 or 25 inches. I cut a vag in my stuffed koala from Build-A-Bear and went to town. Well, those bears are supposed to be customized for you." Masturbated into an empty fast food soda cup in my female friend's family's living room while having phone sex with my girlfriend on their phone, while my friend was in the other room trying to ignore what I was doing. Not me. But I just found out what my nephew did and I couldn't stop laughing. My cousin, Femel 46, was moving towns and had to stay with my sister for a few days. She went into the shared bathroom to take a shower, and in the shower was a pocket pussy fleshlight thingy. She told my sister, and my sister was completely embarrassed because the only other person that uses that bathroom is my nephew, 16 years old. My sister threw it away and later confronted my nephew, and their conversation went like this. "Sis, I found your toy in the shower." "Nephew, what did you do with it?" "Sis, I threw that disgusting thing away." "Nephew, that was expensive. You owe me a new one." I died laughing when my cousin told me this story. Can you imagine telling your mom she owes you a new pocket pussy? SMH. I've posted this before but deleted it. But I grew up in a very conservative Christian home, so asking my mom for birth control and or condoms was not an option, so asking to get a dildo was out of the question. So in my infinite wisdom, I improvised and would use the glass banana from this decorative bowl of glass fruit my mom kept on the dining room table. I knew how dangerous it was, but it was a risk I was willing to take. The banana luckily never broke, but it was still shameful to have to sit at the dining room table every night for dinner being reminded of my dirty little secret. Used a banana as a dildo. It was wrapped in a condom, but I made the mistake of peeling it first, so it just turned to mush. I hid a girl's shoe in the dryer so she'd stay at my house longer. We ended up having 6. Rubbed one out while riding a bicycle. I was on a long distance bike tour in rural Wisconsin. How the duck. Omegle stripping. Yep, just wrong watching old men jack it for me. Masturbate 17 times in 24 hours. Edit. A few people asked. No, I wasn't taking anything and I'm a guy. Also thanks for the gold. The last 4 was just your whiner coughing up dust. Dry heaving. My husband and I have been together since high school, and there was a rumor he got his pen 15 stuck in a Gatorade bottle. He had to rip it off and thought he broke his pen 15. His friends would straight on rag on him. I think he confided in one and they told everyone. I never actually believed it, but a couple of years into marriage and he admits it was true. Edit. He was very adamant I clarify it was Gatorade and not Powerade. Edit 2. My highest rated comment by far now is about my husband sticking his pen 15 in a bottle. Thanks everyone. Found my parents' back massager with an attachment that cupped the head of my big dick. Used that sometimes. Mom found out once or twice. And I'll never forget her saying, I know it feels good. But yeah, no. I thought I was a really horny teenager. But reading these comments makes me feel like a Puritan. Went off the trail at the Grand Canyon and wanked in the bushes. Used a can of dry shampoo to masturbate with. Only I used the capped end. The lid came off and got stuck in my vaginal. Took ages to get it out as the edges of the cap were stuck behind the opening. I bled a little. I put my phone on vibrate, then put it next to my clit. Were you expecting a call or just very patient? Ducked a banana peel wrapped in duct tape. Then I flushed it down the toilet and it actually got stuck. Naturally I was horrified that it would come back up as my dad was sitting there plunging the toilet trying to figure out why it was blocked up. Thankfully it ended up going through and I never had to explain why a duct taped banana peel was in the plumbing. Deleted. I was about 17. And I was seeing this guy and we wanted to have sex. We both lived with our parents, so he got a motel room that he paid for using all of his money from a recent cash job he just did. It was the cheapest one we could find and was connected to a truck stop. We had a 6 marathon that night. I felt like a prostitute minus the fact I didn't get paid. I cringe every time I drive past that motel. I shoved a hairbrush up my ass. And on another day I jacked off in a cornfield. I jerked off in the empty apartment under mine when I was 17 and I thought that was risky. Reading these comments I'm like, holy duck. I took 2 Ziploc bags and put warm water mixed with lotion in them. Mixed them together in the bags and put them under the mattress right on the edge. Was going to town on it and it felt amazing. Until one of the bags burst and got liquidy lotion all over my mattress. I had no idea the damage until years later when I moved out. That spot was moldy and super gross and I had no idea I was sleeping on that for years.